In this series, Andy and I drive from Hermanus, near the southernmost tip of Africa, to northern Botswana, where we visit Kwai Community Area, Maremi Game Reserve, and Ngaipan National Park.
Just keep going. Keep going. Keep going. So the trick with water crossings is to always make your brother-in-law walk across before you go across in the car. Andy didn't sleep very well last night and the road's a bit bumpy, trying to have a nap, so we've bungee strapped his head to the headrest. We were on our way to Third Bridge campsite, and then we found a cheetah right near the road, beautiful shot up on a mound with a dead tree, but we had to check in at Third Bridge, so we had to leave the cheetah, which was a little bit risky, quickly check in, and now we're rushing back to, and hopefully it'll still be there. I'm going to go over my vehicle stabilization system quickly. On the front I have added a tow hitch behind the license plate, into which I have a vertical bar, onto which attaches the Pro Aim stabilization arm and tri-way damper. How's the road, Andy?
It's pretty bumpy, some smooth bits in between, but...
Are you nervous about all the expensive equipment hanging off the front of the car?
No, I don't own it, so it's not my problem.
Me neither, because it's all insured.
really looking for some zebra, but they're just not around.
Oh, don't know what to do. The good news is we've found the wild dogs. There's one on the move, and a pack of 16, including 6 pups. We followed them into the bush, and they're lying down about 15 meters ahead of us. We're waiting. Hopefully as it cools down, they'll get more active. Andy's keeping a close eye on them. They are just in those bushes straight ahead. You doing good, Andy?
It's pretty intense, but yes, okay.
Okay. After a lot of sitting with the wild dogs, they eventually started moving, and we've now got 5 pups in the road in front of us. It's 6:15 of our last day in Maremi. We're heading back to a waterhole where we saw a large flock of pelicans last night after we lost the dogs, to get some nice sunrise shots. There were also some skimmers on the same waterhole that I didn't quite manage to get a shot of, so hopefully they'll be back early this morning. How are you doing this morning, Andy?
It's a bit chilly, but I'm feeling pretty good.
Excellent. Yeah, it got cold last night. Andy, being the smarter of us two, got up out of bed and got a blanket and then was warm. I just lay there shivering for a few hours before it was time to get up.
Rob still with his head torch on. Filming pelicans. heading, Rob?
We packed up at 3rd Bridge and we're heading out of Maremi now, unfortunately. We're going to stop over in Maun for a night and get our COVID tests, and then we're going to start heading slowly home via Naipan, where we will probably camp for 2 nights, but we have to be out of Botswana within 72 hours of getting the COVID test, so we can't take too long to get to the border. This is quite interesting. It's a whole bunch of dead catfish we found earlier, and there's also one half-eaten catfish on top of a mound over here. So what I think has happened is that the marabou storks possibly chased the catfish from this waterhole up the small stream, and then when they got up there they threw them out of the water onto the side to eat. But then, because this is the main track through the area, they might have been chased off by a vehicle, and then I think a fish eagle picked one up, took it across there to that mound and was busy eating it when another car came possibly and chased it away. Although I could be totally wrong about all of that. It could have just been suicidal. It's very slowly because it's got a lot of power. Oh, slowly. Okay. So just go straight. We'll go straight through. Oodles of power. Just easy, easy, easy. There we go. And we're up. And it's a bit creaky. This is very scary. Very scary noises this creek is making. I'm regretting this. Regretting this decision. Okay. Okay, we're over. Survive.
So we're heading to Maun, to the
Tamalakani River Lodge.
nice.
Yeah, it's lovely. I've stayed there a few times before, and their restaurant is excellent. So we're going to get a nice hot meal and comfy beds.
The road to South Camp is long and straight and soft, especially in the heat, so we kept our momentum up to avoid getting stuck.
to Ngai Pan, which is looking very dry, beautiful. When we arrived at the campsite, there were quite a few big bull elephants. They were sort of wandering around the area, so we set up camp really quickly and headed out for a drive. We went to the waterhole first, the main waterhole, and there were lots of elephants drinking, but we decided to do a quick loop around the pan just to see what else is going on, and then we'll go back to the waterhole for sunset.